Welcome to Decor Blueprint, where timeless design meets sustainable creativity. In today's video, we'll explore stunning rustic farmhouse gardens filled with upcycled decor ideas that are both simple and breathtaking. If you love smart design solutions, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more inspiring interior and exterior content every week. A charming rustic farmhouse garden unfolds with a weathered wooden fence, embracing the wild, untamed beauty of nature. Wildflowers in vibrant hues scatter across the landscape, while vintage upcycled decor stands as artistic focal points. Wooden crates serve as unique plant stands, and reclaimed wood garden benches invite rest among the blooming flora. Decorative lanterns hang from the sturdy branches of a tree, adding a soft, ambient glow to the serene setting. A peaceful garden scene features an old oak tree with a wooden swing gently hanging from its branches, offering a perfect spot for relaxation. Broken terracotta pots, creatively repurposed as flower planters, add a touch of rustic charm. A vintage wagon wheel stands tall as an artistic centerpiece among the vibrant wildflowers. Soft sunlight filters through the leaves, casting a warm glow over the repurposed decor, seamlessly blending with the natural beauty around it. In the heart of the garden, upcycled window shutters are transformed into decorative garden art, painted in soothing pastel colors. Reclaimed wooden planks come together to form raised garden beds that overflow with vegetables and herbs. Nearby, an old stone sink has been repurposed into a rustic birdbath, and antique garden tools are displayed as part of the landscape's overall charm. The rustic garden exudes a welcoming atmosphere, highlighted by barn doors turned into rustic garden gates. Small wooden ladders, propped up as trellises for climbing vines, create a sense of vertical interest. Vintage watering cans and a repurposed metal bucket overflowing with flowers infuse color and whimsy into the space. Every item in this garden tells a story, contributing to a beautifully layered and rustic landscape. A quaint farmhouse garden showcases upcycled furniture, including a distressed wooden table now serving as a lush flower bed. An old metal bicycle frame leans against a garden fence, draped with blooming vines. Vintage crates, painted and stacked, serve as planters, adding height and depth to the layout. The soft golden glow of the late afternoon sun brings the entire garden to life, adding a peaceful ambience to the space. In this rustic garden, an old wooden ladder leans against a large tree, transformed into a charming plant holder. Reclaimed wood fences act as boundaries for the garden, while vintage tin cans are repurposed as planters, filled with colorful flowers and greenery. Antique garden tools, used for their original purpose or as decor, scatter around, contributing to the vintage charm. This rustic farmhouse garden thrives with upcycled decor, featuring a wooden barrel turned into a flower bed. A repurposed wooden chair adds an antique touch to the corner of the garden, now home to potted plants. Vintage crates and pallets are creatively arranged, becoming part of the garden's aesthetic, which mixes greenery with functional, rustic design. Wooden pallets, expertly upcycled into garden planters, are stacked and painted in soft earthy tones to complement the natural surroundings. A vintage ladder acts as a trellis for creeping vines, while an old wooden table, nestled under the shade of a large tree, is used to display more plants in charming pots. The warm sunlight filters through the branches, casting gentle patterns on the garden floor. A focal point of this farmhouse garden is an old iron gate, framed by upcycled planters made from barrels, crates, and buckets. A reclaimed wood pergola, overgrown with ivy, provides a shaded area perfect for lounging. The garden is alive with vibrant flowers and greenery, creating a tranquil, rustic retreat that beckons relaxation. A stunning upcycled fountain is formed from stacked stone and an old kitchen sink, where water cascades gently over the rocks. Wooden crates and barrels, repurposed as plant holders, add a rustic texture to the space. Scattered antique garden tools and wheelbarrows only enhance the vintage atmosphere, giving the space an unmistakable charm that feels timeless. This farmhouse garden is a vision of upcycled decor, featuring an old wooden bench tucked beneath a canopy of trees. Vintage glass bottles, transformed into wind chimes, hang from branches, catching the breeze with a melodic hum. Old metal buckets are used as hanging planters, adding color and texture to the garden while evoking a sense of nostalgia. Upcycled decor takes center stage in this rustic garden, where an old wooden ladder has found a new life as a plant trellis. The garden is filled with vintage wooden crates and repurposed tin cans, each container brimming with colorful flowers and succulents. A worn wooden chair rests in the corner, offering a cozy place to enjoy the surrounding beauty. This rustic garden highlights a vintage wooden wheelbarrow that has been transformed into a vibrant garden planter. Flowers spill out of the wheelbarrow, cascading over the edges, while a weathered bench sits in the middle of the garden, creating a perfect spot to relax. Antique watering cans, creatively repurposed, serve as whimsical plant holders, adding to the charm. In this rustic farmhouse garden, a wooden table serves as the perfect base for pots filled with flowers and herbs. A vintage bicycle frame, once used for transportation, is now an artistic element covered in creeping ivy. Reclaimed wood planks create a natural boundary, guiding visitors through this beautiful, earthy space. A rustic farmhouse garden shows off its upcycled elements, including a weathered wooden table surrounded by metal chairs. Old wooden crates have been repurposed as plant holders, adding layers of texture and dimension to the garden. The scene is bathed in soft light, with long shadows cast by the furniture and greenery, giving the space a timeless, rustic feel. The garden feels alive with upcycled decor, including an old wooden door reimagined as a unique garden gate. Vintage lanterns sit on either side, welcoming visitors to the space. Weathered barrels serve as planters, spilling with colorful flowers, while greenery flourishes around the vintage elements, creating a harmonious and peaceful garden. A rustic farmhouse garden is brought to life with repurposed items such as a broken wooden fence that has been transformed into a beautiful flower bed. Old metal trays are now used as garden shelves, displaying potted plants in varying heights. Rustic wooden ladders serve as plant supports, adding height and interest to the layout. This garden is full of upcycled decor, such as a wooden bench crafted from old barnwood. It is surrounded by potted plants and colorful flowers, with reclaimed metal cans turned into whimsical lanterns hanging from the trees. A stone pathway meanders through the garden, leading visitors past a rustic gate made from old wooden shutters. A wooden crate garden table becomes the centerpiece of this rustic garden, surrounded by weathered wooden chairs that add a vintage charm. The garden is bordered by old buckets, each repurposed as planters filled with vibrant flowers. A decorative birdhouse, made from reclaimed wood, hangs from a tree, adding an additional rustic touch. Upcycled decor brings character to this rustic garden, where a wooden bench, crafted from weathered barnwood, sits surrounded by potted plants and colorful flowers. Reclaimed metal cans, transformed into whimsical lanterns, add a glow to the space. A stone pathway leads visitors through the lush greenery, inviting them to explore this charming outdoor retreat. Thanks for joining us on this journey through charming rustic farmhouse gardens with upcycled design magic. We hope these ideas spark creativity for your own space. Like, comment, and subscribe to Decor Blueprint for more thoughtful and beautiful design inspirations, inside and out. See you in the next video with even more ideas.